Good morning and welcome. My name is Sussex Sandra and welcome to my channel. So guess what? I've been shopping again, surprise, surprise, and I've been shopping at QVC UK as well. What I purchased was a Today Special Value makeup collection that was featured, I think it was last weekend, might have been last weekend or a couple of days before that. The Today Special Value was from Doll 10. So it was this little kit here, and it was a 5-piece makeup collection kit. For those of you who don't know what a Today Special Value is, because I'm mentioning terms here which you might not even know. So QVC UK is it's a shopping channel. So they've got the main channel in America, QVC.com, and the UK version, I think there's in Italy, they're in Germany, they're all over the place. So they're a 24-hour shopping channel, but they're a little bit more high-end than some of the other sort of shopping channels that are out there. And they do lots of collections and big brands as well. And what the Today Special Value is when they feature a product or a collection or something for 24 hours at a much reduced price. So the price they're selling it for that 24 hours will be a lot less than you'll get it in any of the other retail outlets or online. It'll be a lot cheaper, and it's just for that 24 hours only. So they'll get buying loads and loads of stock, and then you just have to buy it if you want it during that 24 hours. So this collection from Doll 10, I've looked at Doll 10, I've seen the woman who presents, I think her name is Doris, I've seen her present several times on QVC, but I've never been tempted to buy anything, basically because the complexion products have never reached deep enough in skin tone, so they're never considered a deep skin tone. But in this collection, they have put in a deep skin tone. So let me just show you what this collection consists of. So it's got a foundation, and I think the foundation came in 5 shades. So they had fair, light, medium, tan and deep. Yeah, so it was 5 shades. So it wasn't much in the shade range. So if you didn't hit any of those colours, or if the undertone don't work, then it just wasn't going to work for you. So you had the foundation, you had a blush, it was a cream blush, they had a cream highlighter, they had a lipstick, and they had this brow pencil product. It was a universal brow pencil. So I'm going to try out these products today to see how it goes. And I know it's a bit of a risk, but the reason why I go for things like this from QVC is basically because it's a way to try out a product where I would never probably have even looked at it before. And things with QVC, if you don't like something, you can always send it back within 30 days. So you can try it, use it as much as you want, and then send it back within the 30 days. You don't get your postage and packaging back. That's always a disadvantage. So you're paying for postage and packaging when it comes to you, which could be anything from sort of £2 to £5 sort of thing. And then you've got to pay for it to be posted back. So that's where you kind of lose out. But sometimes it's worth trying out a product just to try it out. You know, I've bought things like vacuum cleaners and all sorts of things, and it's just been fantastic. Right, so without further ado, let's try the products out. I've already primed my face. I did my usual double prime. So the primers I used today were the Pixie by Petra, what's it called? Flawless and Poreless Primer. So I got this in a QVC Tilly box that is still available, by the way. So I've got this in that, and then I use my Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer, which is my reliable mattifying primer, and I use that in this area here, my upper part of my face, where I do tend to get particularly oily. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do an all-day wear test of this product because it is a Saturday. It's actually quite late in the day already. It's what, 11:10, and I'm only now thinking about putting on makeup. But you know how it goes. It's a Saturday. It's a bank holiday weekend. I'm in no rush. But I am definitely going to be doing a first impression of these products. And I must say that I am particularly nervous about the foundation. And the reason why, I'll read what it says on the website about the foundation. Oh, about the whole collection. So the collection is called the Beyond Beautiful by Doll 10 5-piece collection. It's now sold out, surprise surprise, so people will be sending it back, I'm pretty certain. And it says this versatile Beyond Beautiful makeup collection from Doll 10 includes Hydra Luxe Foundation. That's why I'm nervous, because it's got the term Hydra, so water-based, to help create a flawless looking base, plus Arch Master 3-in-1 Brow Sculptor, Hydra Gel Cream Balm, H2 Glow Highlighter and Hydra Gel Lipstick to add colour and enhance your features. Enjoy creating a gorgeous look every time you use this comprehensive collection of Doll 10 cosmetics. Now, on the on the presentation on QVC, the products did look really well. It looks a bit dodgy on the dark skinned girl. It's like they really forced to make those match somehow on her face, but you know. And I wasn't quite certain when I looked at some of the white women on the show. I wasn't actually sure if the foundation matched their skin tone either, because with white skin foundations, if it's too orange in undertone, too pink or too yellow, you know, those are the undertones that can really freak people out. And I think if it's very fair, if it's a fair colour, if it's yellow, it can look really too dark or too orange on someone. So I'm interested to see what the reviews and what people are saying about the foundation. I just know on the presentation it didn't look quite right to me, but I was still willing to give this a go because, as I said, I've never tried a Doll 10 range. What it says about the Hydra Luxe foundation is that it's 30 mils in a choice of fair, light, medium, tan and deep. Wonderfully easy to blend thanks to its weightless feeling on the skin. So yeah, let's just go ahead and try these products out. So obviously the first product I'm going to try out is the foundation. I've already pumped the foundation on my skin, so I won't be wasting time in trying to get the product out. I'm going to do half my face with a blending sponge. This one's a little bit manky because I've been using it all week, so it goes in the wash today. This is a Pure Cosmetics sponge, and I will use a brush, and this one is easily available. This is a Morphe E31 brush, so I'll be using that. So one half of my face with a sponge, one half of my face with a brush. Let's go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna, so I know the colour looks all right. I haven't tried it on my face, but the colour on my hand looked okay, because one of the things I was worried about was that it might be a little ashy in undertone, but it looks like it might be okay. There's enough depth in colour. You can see it's quite liquidy, so obviously that's the water content in the product. So let's do the sponge half first. Let me use my mirror rather than the camera screen. So it's blending out very easily, so they're definitely correct in that. And it looks like it's giving a medium to full coverage on initial impression. It's blending out very nicely actually. Let me zoom you in. I'm surprised how well it's blending in. Looks quite nice actually. I'm going to put some more on though, because I'd say at the moment it's light to medium, but it looks like I can probably build it up. So let me put a little bit more on. I don't know if I should have let it dry a little bit before putting some more on, but let me do this how I normally do things. Yeah, it's a little bit patchy in places, so I don't know if it's because the sponge is dirty, because sometimes that happens. If the sponge is dirty, things don't apply so well. It's not giving me, like here, it's all very patchy in application, and I feel like I'm almost making it worse. Let me leave that to dry. But the colour seems to be okay. It doesn't look like it's going to be ashy on my skin. I don't know if it's going to oxidize or not, but the colour at the moment looks okay, because I'm a neutral undertone, but I can get away with a little bit of yellow or a little bit of red. So that's the advantage of having a neutral undertone. Okay, now I'm going to leave that to dry, but that's how this half of my face looks with the sponge applicator. Okay, this is the side with no makeup on at the moment. So the colour is actually not bad, is it? It's a decent match. Let me do the other half of with my brush. So it's blending out easily with a brush as well, so I think either way, with a sponge or a brush, you're going to get a decent coverage, so that's okay. But I have to admit, I think I'm preferring it with the brush applicator. The foundation has got a slight fragrance. It's not too much, and it does sort of fade a little bit, but when you first put it on your face, it does have a scent. Just a slight floral fragrance, so it's not unpleasant. yeah, I'm preferring the brush application. So I might go over on this side with the brush in a minute. Okay, so that's how it looks with one layer on. Hope you can see that properly. So this is the side that I used with a brush. That's how it looks. And this is the side I used with a sponge. So the sponge side is definitely a lighter coverage and it's quite patchy. So I'm just going to do another pump on my hand and just go over my whole face. So that will be 3 pumps in total. But it just depends on how much coverage you like. But I like medium to full coverage. Okay, so that's I would say in total on my face I've got 3 pumps. I initially did this side of my face with a sponge with 1 pump and this side with a brush, and then I did the 3rd pump all over with the brush because the brush was giving me more of the kind of coverage that I like. The colour seems to be fine. The coverage is okay. I would say it's medium. You can build up to a comfortable medium coverage. It feels very light and comfortable, which I will definitely agree with. It does feel weightless. It just feels like I've just got a moisturiser on. I'm a little bit concerned, again, I keep saying that, that I'm concerned, because it isn't actually, it's a very warm Saturday and it's going to be a great bank holiday weekend. I don't know if this has got any SPF in it. It doesn't look like it has. And I didn't put any SPF on my face, so that's not good. And I'm actually going to go out into the garden after this. But initially, it looks all right. I'm not mad at it, so it looks okay. Let's try this brow product. So it's called a Doll 10 Arch Master, and it looks like this. It's got one end has got the actual pencil. You can see I've sort of tried some of this already, and it looks like it's a brown colour. They say it's universal, so with universal products, and this is why I normally stay away from them, universal brow products, one of the things they always say is that the more you press it, the darker it will be on your skin tone. What I don't like about universal brow products is that they tend to be very cool and ashy on my skin tone, and they don't tend to work, but I'm willing to give this one a go, see how it works. And there is another end to this, so the other end is this. Oh, it's a screw. Wait a minute. Okay. So the other end is, oh right, okay. So you've got a little spoolie. See that? And it's like there's a gel product in it. So I'm assuming that might be just the gel, just to put on top. So shall we do this? Let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to use the pencil bit first and shape my brows. I can hear somebody outside my house. It could be a courier delivering yet another parcel. Dear. My Hermes courier. God. Let's just say we're on first name terms. Yeah, this is not showing up great on my skin, is it? I can see already that this is actually quite cool, but it's not really showing up. Is it just me? But this isn't showing up very well on my skin. It's like it doesn't want to work on top of the foundation. It's very creamy and waxy, but it's just not showing up. You can see that it's very grey. Can you see like the tail bit there? It's very grey. I'm just going to press harder, see if that makes any difference. That's not working, is it? Let me try the gel thing on the other end. See if that makes any difference. So we've got this. Let's see what happens here. Is there anything on this product? Right. Doesn't feel like there was anything on it. Right, so we can see what's happening there. Not a lot. It's very cool, it's very grey, and it's very light. This is not for me. What I tend to do when I buy collections like this, so I like that, I prefer that at least half of the products in the range work for me. If it doesn't work for me, back. So this is definitely the first failure as far as I'm concerned. So let me do the other brow. They do say that when you make a mistake on one side of your face, you've got to match it on the other side. So I'm going to have to do the other side now as well, and then try and correct it afterwards, even though I really don't want to. And I have to go with one of my own brow products here because these really are just not working for me at all. So back in a bit. The first failure so far. I'm looking at this foundation because I am starting to sweat a bit. As I said, it's a very warm morning and I haven't taken out my fan as yet. So I usually have my fan out when the weather starts getting warm, and I put that on my dressing table. So let me just try and cool my face down a little bit. Oh, that's better. Right, so yeah, let's go ahead with the rest of this collection, see how we get on. So in this collection we've also got a blush. It's a cream blush and they call it the Hydrogel Cream Balm, and it's in the colour Rouge, Natural Beauty. There's the back. So the colour, I have got into it already to see what it looks like on my hand. It looks like the colour should be okay, but again, I don't know how much pigmentation is on this, so excuse me, so I don't know how much pigmentation is on this, so I don't know how well it's going to show up on my skin, but let's give this a go. So I'm just going to give it a sweep of my hand. With cream products I tend to use my fingers, but let's see how this works. So smile. Not sure if this is going to be showing up on my skin tone. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it might just give it a sort of a gentle flusher colour, but I don't think this is going to show up on my skin. Can you see any difference? So that's got a bit of blush in it, that hasn't. It's just got a little bit of a redness. It looks more like inflammation rather than a blush. Let me see if I can put a bit more on. I hope I don't look like Aunt Sally. Show my age there. Those of you who don't know Wurzel Gummidge and Aunt Sally, don't know what you missed out on. See if you can find it on YouTube. Find an old episode of Wurzel Gummidge. I used to love that program when I was a kid. Okay, so I put 2 layers on. It's giving me a gentle flush of colour. Still looking more like inflammation on my cheek than anything else. But let me match it up on the other side. Foundation, it's definitely not a matte finish because you can see it's giving me a rather dewy look already, and we're only what, 5 minutes in, 5-10 minutes in. Okay, I think that's as much as I'm going to get out of this blush, so I'm also thinking this is a bit of a fail. So that's 2 products out of the 5. If another product fails, then this is definitely going back, and it will go back today because my post office is now open until 5 o'clock on Saturdays. Right, so let's go in with this blush, not this blush, this highlighter. So we've got the H2 Glow highlighter in the shade Champagne, and it looks like this. Champagne normally is a good colour on me. I'm thinking about all the other Champagne highlighters I've got. I must admit that looks rather pale. It hasn't got the depth and the, you know, the colour depth that I normally get in Champagne. If I could find my Becca Champagne, I'd show you the difference, but that looks rather pale. But let's not write it off yet. Let's try this out. So it's actually got a little mirror on top. So they're cute little cases, these, but let's see what the colour's like. It's not like I actually need a highlighter because my skin is already looking rather dewy, which means sweat and shine. Okay, so it's giving me a, yes, definitely giving me a bit of highlight, but as you can see, I'm probably not needing that much because my skin is already starting to show shine and oil breakthrough, which is not promising for this foundation on my oily skin. Did I say at the beginning that I've got oily skin? I've got oily skin. I'm 49 years old and I've got oily skin. Can you believe it? Yeah, I ain't loving this highlighter. Let me try a little bit down my nose, see if that makes any difference. Just on the bridge of my nose. All it's doing is making me look like I'm just more oily. Do a little bit on the Cupid's bow. Yeah, I ain't loving this. Not loving this at all. Let's put a little bit under my brow. Okay, I think the only place this product can be used is under my brow. See, I'm looking dewy now. If I was to stay like this, I would hold my peace, but I know me and I know my skin. This is going to get a lot worse. We're only, what, say, call it 15 minutes in, and this isn't looking great already. Oh dear. So I think this is a fail as well. So I think this kit's going back, because that's 3 out of the 5. Right, final thing in this kit is the lipstick. Now on the presentation on QVC, the lipstick looked actually quite nice. It had like a pinky mauvey colouring on the model lips. So it looked quite nice. Here, in real life, this looks more of a very pale rose pink. So again, it does depend on the depth of pigmentation, how this colour looks. So let's try this out, because some colours like this I can get away with. It seems to be a very popular colour in collections and beauty boxes these days, this colour. But let's see how this looks. Because some of these I can make work if I put a nice sort of dark lip liner on. But let's see how we go with this. Well, it's very moisturising. It's very comfortable. I definitely need a lip liner with it, so let me get a lip liner. Using my trusted MAC one here. A MAC Chestnut. I think I need a new one. Oh dear. Right, okay. Let's put some of this on, see if I can make it look a little bit better. Right, I'm back. I have applied the rest of my makeup. I have tried to make the best out of a pretty mediocre job, I must say. The products, let me go through these quickly. I've already decided I'm not going to do an all-day wear test because I don't think this foundation is going to last the day. And the reason is I was breaking out in oil within minutes of putting this foundation on. So it is a very dewy, illuminating foundation. So I would say it's suitable for people who have got dry to normal skin, possibly combination skin, I'm not sure, but definitely for dry to normal skin. And the way how it's been sinking into my pores, despite putting on my primers, makes me think that if you've got deep lines or fine lines on your face, the foundation might sink into those a bit, but it's something for you to try and review for yourself. But personally for me, the colour was fine, but as a product it's not for me because it's not oil controlling, and yeah, it just didn't perform. I mean, if I was using my top scheme, which is a transfer oil control, performance, price and shade, this foundation would be receiving a very low score on the performance because it's just not doing it, and it would be receiving a very low score on the oil control as well. The blush product up here, again, this is something that would suit someone with so white skins, light skins, but not for deep skin tones, black people basically. It's just not going to show up on our skin tone. So the highlighter, even though it's described as champagne, it's very cool and silvery in effect. It's not quite the colour for my deep skin tone. The Arch Master brow product, that's just a no-no for me. They say it's universal, and this is the reason why I stay away from universal brow products, because on deep skin tones they just look cool and ashy. It just don't work for us at all. The lipstick and the lipstick and the foundation really. So the lipstick was okay. It's too light for me. It's too nude. It's all right. I can make it work. But as part of this collection, no, it's just not worth it. So literally the only product in this range that I actually thought that was okay was probably the lipstick. So for that reason alone, I'm wrapping it back up and I'm heading to my post office, and I'll be sending it back today, forthwith, immediately. You get the idea. It's just not for me at all. So yeah, bit of a double thumbs down for me, I'm afraid. And I'm not going to bother with an all-day wear test because there's just no point, because I know this is going to fall apart within the next hour or so. I have set it with powder, I have put my setting spray on, so that'll probably hold it together for a couple of hours, but nah, it's definitely not worth me keeping. And considering I paid just under £39 for the collection, sending it back, man, definitely. All right, I hope you found that useful, and if you are considering buying any individual items of this collection, think about what I said and how it looked on my skin tone. Okay, it's another failure, but I've got some other products to try out this weekend. I have got what have I got? I've got the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation. So I've always wanted to try this one out. I bought the other Flawless Fluid Smoothing, I can't remember what it was called, foundation. I remember I got that at a really cheap price, and I love that foundation. That was really good. I think this came in to replace the other foundation I tried out last year, so I'm going to be trying that out today, this weekend. And I've also bought some Nip and Fab foundation as well, so I will be trying that out over the next couple of days as well. So stay subscribed, press the notification bell, and you will see the notification for those videos when they come up over the next few days. The giveaway is going to be the ASOS April Beauty Box. I did an unboxing of, so I'll put the card for that up above here. So that's what I'm going to be giving away, and I might throw in a few little extra products in there as well. You just never know, for the 900 subscriber winner. Alright, I think that's it. So all I can say to you is have a good weekend. It's going to be a glorious sunny weekend, so enjoy your bank holiday weekend, and don't forget to look out for those other videos that will be coming up soon. Alright, take care, thank you for watching, bye.